So have you been thinking, oh, I would like to buy a house in the UK, but I don't know where to start, how to start. I'm quite confused by the whole process. Well, this video is for you. Hi guys, how are you all doing? Welcome back to my channel, and we have another video. Yay! If you're watching one of my videos for the first time, my name is Atinake, and on this channel I basically share bits about lifestyle, motherhood, career, immigration, everyday tips and hacks that I feel will be beneficial to someone out there. So welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber or viewer, thank you for your support. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and I promise to always dish out interesting content that will keep you guys engaged. So today I'll be sharing with you guys the step-by-step process of buying a house in the UK. So have you been thinking, oh, I would like to buy a house in the UK, but I don't know where to start, how to start. I'm quite confused by the whole process. Well, this video is for you because I've promised you guys I'll be sharing with you, experiences and knowledge I've gained over the past few years, and anything I think will be useful to you guys. So let's start with the video. So the first thing with buying a house in the UK is you deciding what type of house you want to buy. Some people will prefer new builds, some people will prefer old houses, the Victorian types and all that. So it depends really on you, your individual, like what do you prefer. So decide what type of house you want to buy. Also, you have to decide what kind of property you want to buy, because they have freehold properties, they have leasehold properties. For freehold, you totally own everything. So you don't want to buy a property and think, oh yeah, I totally own everything, and you actually discover that it's a leasehold. So you have to make sure you know what you're buying. So if you want a house that you completely own, you're buying a freehold property. If you want to do a shared ownership and own a portion of the house and the landlord owns another portion, then that will be like a leasehold. So you just decide what you want and you can start the whole process. Now once you decide what you want, the next thing is making sure that you have good credit history, because the truth is, unless you actually have 100% fee to pay for the house, like you have £300,000 or £400,000, you need a mortgage. And for you to be able to get a mortgage, then you need a good credit history, because the lender wants to know that you can actually pay back whatever they borrow you. They don't want to give you a particular amount and you're not capable of paying back. So how do they know this? They check your credit history when you apply for the mortgage. So now the question is, how do you build a good credit history? Now I'll give you the tips I used to build my credit history and made it good enough to be able to get a mortgage to buy a house. So the first thing is, make sure you're registered on the electoral roll. So if you stay in a particular area in the UK, with your local council, you can register to be able to vote. So this just basically means that you're stable, you reside in the UK and you have a form of stability. So it makes your lender trust you more. So that's why you are registered to be on the electoral roll. Another thing is, get a credit card. Now the thing is, most people have this bias against having a credit card. They think, oh yeah, I don't want a credit card, I don't want to be in debt and all. That is not all what the credit card is about. Now if you have a credit card, it helps to show how well you manage money. So if you pay a particular amount, buy something and then you pay back on your credit card, maybe buy something worth £100, pay back. What you need to remember is you don't want to spend more than 40 to 50% of your credit amount. If they give you £3,000 on your credit card, you don't want to go spending £2,000 and you're not paying back. So have a good credit card, with a good APR. You don't want to pay too much interest and all that. So make sure that you're spending and you're paying back. You're spending and you're paying back. And that way you're building your credit history. It's showing the lender that you can actually manage money, and you when they give you a large amount of money, which is your mortgage, you're able to pay back. Now another way to build your credit history is make sure you are not defaulting on your bill, because this shows them that you're actually capable of managing your monthly bill. Because if you're not paying your electricity bill in a month, or your water bill in a month, or for 2-3 months, they feel what if we give you the mortgage and you can't actually pay it back? So make sure that you're doing well with your bills, you're not defaulting on your bills. I mean, I know this is easier said than done, but I'm just trying to share those tips that would help you build your credit history. Another thing is, you can also monitor your credit history and see how well you're doing on this credit history apps. They have loads of them. You've got Experian, ClearScore, Credit Karma, Money Saving Expert. All these apps, you can put in your details and it helps they just pop out your credit history, and that way you can monitor how well you're doing. They have like a particular score over maybe like 999 or over 900, and that way you can monitor how well you're doing, because you need all this to be able to get a mortgage. Now we have a good credit history. You already know what type of a house you want to buy. What is the next step? The next step is savings. You need to sort out saving a deposit for your house. Now the way it works in the UK, you need 10% savings to be able to get your house. Now when I did mine, there was this option of having like a 5% savings with Help to Buy. However, for now, you're not able to open a new Help to Buy. What you actually can do is, if you already have a Help to Buy, you can keep using that. However, another way you can save is using the lifetime ISA. Now for the lifetime ISA, you can save up to £4,000 in a year. And then with that £4,000 in a year, the government gives you 25% bonus on that, so up to £1,000. So if you have £4,000 in a year, the government will be able to give you £1,000 on that when you want to buy your first home. Now, before you can use this, you have to have saved for 12 months in your lifetime ISA. Now, there are conditions to withdrawing your money from your lifetime ISA. You have to be less than 40 to actually be able to save with your lifetime ISA. You have to be able to have saved more than 12 months before you can withdraw it for a first-time home buyer. And for you to be able to withdraw it, you have to either be a first-time home buyer, you have to be like dying, like have 12 months to live. I know, it's crazy. And then you have to be like 60 years and above. So any of this condition has to be fulfilled before you can withdraw the money without charges. So it doesn't mean like you can't withdraw it once you start. It only means that if you actually want to withdraw it and you're not fulfilling any of those conditions I've listed, then you have to pay back the 25% the government is giving you. But because we're talking about buying a home and you're a first-time home buyer, then lifetime ISA would work for you. So save up for like 2, 3, 4 years, save up your deposits, and whatever you've saved up, the government will give you 25% per year, up to 1,000 for each year. So you can get 1,000 year 1, 1,000 year 2, 1,000 year 3 and 4. You have £4,000 aside what you've saved up. So if you've saved up for 4,000, which is the maximum you can save in a year for lifetime ISA, then you have 16,000 already, and government gives you 4,000 more. That's 20,000. So that makes up like the deposit for like a £200,000 house, isn't it? So it's really good. However, if you don't like this option, or maybe you're not a first-time home buyer, then you can just save your money, the good old-fashioned way, put in your bank, and then when you have like enough, you withdraw it. So that's another step. So once you already have your money sorted, you have your deposit sorted, the next thing is actually finding the house you want to buy. Now, how do you find the house you want to buy? There are different apps you can use online, but a simple and straightforward way is just going on Google and typing what you want. So you can do something like 2-bedroom house in Nottingham, or 2-bedroom house in Birmingham, and the options will come out. Now when the options come out, the very popular ones that you would definitely see will be Zoopla and Rightmove. Now these two options I really like, and I always use when I want to rent a house, because I help friends and all, with renting and all that. Or when you want to buy a house, you would definitely see good ones on Zoopla or Rightmove. Sometimes when you also put it on Google, if they are like new builds home, developers selling around that area, that option will also come out, so you can always like open that and view homes that you want to know. So you already found the house you want, using Rightmove or Zoopla, like I said, whichever site you really want to use, and you already have your deposit on hand. You're ready to actually start the whole process. Now the two major things, or when I say people that you would need to be able to do this, is your solicitor and your financial advisor. Now don't quote me on this, but I think it's quite important that you have both. But I don't know if it is compulsory. But the truth is, I used both, so that's what I'm just going to advise you to do, because it made my life so much easier. Now, I'll tell you what each of them will do and how they would help you in the process of buying your house. Now, let's start with the solicitor. For your solicitor, you'll have to like find a solicitor, and what you do is you register with them. They'll probably tell you to pay a certain fee, and then they'll send you like some documents for you to, do like a formal registration with them. They'll tell you how much they'll be charging you for the whole process, and they will also tell you about the extra fees you'll be paying for your house. Now, what are these extra fees? The first one is a stamp duty. Now, for the stamp duty tax, it basically means you'll be paying like a particular amount charged by the government on the property you're buying. Now, they have a way of calculating it. I don't know, because the truth is I'm not like a finance expert or like a real estate expert. I'm just sharing with you what works for me. So you'll be paying a particular amount. The good thing is, if you're buying a new build house, you can either pay like a very small amount or you don't even pay anything. I was lucky when I did mine, we didn't even get to pay anything. So but then if you're buying one of the old houses, I think you need to pay for stamp duty. But the lawyers would calculate, well, no, they don't calculate, but they let you know the amount you'll be paying for your stamp duty. So that's one of the fees you'll be paying through your lawyer. Another thing is the search fee. Now this is very important. So what is the search fee? The search fee is basically an amount you pay for them to be able to do like very important searches on the property you want to buy. Now when you want to buy a particular property, there are so many things you want to check, you want to consider before you're buying that property. You want to know if it has like a flood risk. You want to know the water and drainage around that area. You want to know if there's like a local plans, the local plans around that area. Are they going to build like a new road around that area, or they are going to be demolishing something or building like a rail track? Every single thing that would affect your property you want to know, and this is what the search fee is about. So with the search, they are able to know these important things. I think they do about like 8 to 9 important searches, so that they know that the house is actually good for you to buy, and the value doesn't diminish in the near future. So many important things like this to know. So that's another thing that the solicitor will do when you have them on hand. So you pay for the stamp duty, you pay for your search fee, and you pay for the solicitor fee. If you're using the lifetime ISA, it's also your solicitor that will help you get that 25% government bonus and all that, because you would have to close your account yourself, informing the solicitor, and then they help you apply for the 25% and all. So it's very important that you have a solicitor. I really don't know if you can actually do this whole process without having a solicitor. Now that is what your solicitor will do. I'll come back to that, but let's move on to your financial advisor. So let's talk about what the financial advisor will do. Now let me tell you from the start, most of these financial advisors are free. So try and get one that is actually free, because the truth is the mortgage provider would pay them for the service, helping them get you a mortgage. So yeah, because the one I used was totally free. I did not pay a dime, and they helped with every single thing till I got the mortgage. So let's go on with that. So for the financial advisor, the first thing they would do when you ask them about it is getting your details. So they get your details, they send you a couple of documents to fill and everything, and they run a credit check. Now remember when I told you about having a good credit history? Now this is where it comes in play. The financial advisor would run a credit check so that they see if you can actually afford that mortgage, or if when you apply for the mortgage you would get it. Because the truth is, if you don't run that check and you pick a random mortgage, you might not be qualified for that mortgage, because they look at things like your your monthly expense, your actual annual pay, your extra pays and everything like that. So your financial advisor gets all this information and run a credit check. So they'll tell you if you can actually afford that house you want to buy. So sometimes they might tell you, oh yeah, you can't afford that £300,000 house. However, from the documents and everything you filled, you can actually afford a house of 200,000 or 250,000 and all. So that's why you need the financial advisor. So once you've established that and you decide that, okay, I'll get this house, or you can actually get that house that you want to do, they move on with the process of helping you find a suitable mortgage. So their job is to just search around for you. You don't have to stress about it. They search around, find you a suitable mortgage, and once they find you like a couple, they send you like the options they found. So once you go through all these options, you decide which one is best for you. So really, like, it is very important to get a financial advisor, because it makes your life so much easier. Like literally, and they have so many of them. Just go online, find financial advisor near me, or like they have like companies and all, and you have like a consultant that you work with throughout your process. So once they find you like options of mortgage, you pick out the one that is best for you, based on the APR, blah 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 and all that. I don't know much of the financial bit, but they can also give you advice and all that about it. So you pick out the best one for you, and you start the mortgage application process. So the mortgage provider, like whether it's a bank or a private provider, will send you a couple of documents to fill. And another major thing is they will ask you for a fee to pay, which is the survey slash mortgage valuation fee. So for the mortgage valuation fee, or the survey fee, what this means is that they're asking you to pay a particular amount depending on the house you're buying. So if you're buying like maybe like a £150,000 house, you probably pay like £100 or £150. It really depends on how they calculate it. But I know it's not so much. It's always like about £100, £200, that area. So once you pay that, it's really about the lender, because it doesn't really do much for you, but it's for them, because what they do is they actually, you know, come around, you know, check the property you want to buy and all that, make sure that it's actually worth the money they're giving you. Because the truth is, they don't want to give you a 300,000 pounds mortgage, and you're using that mortgage to buy a 150,000 pounds house. So they actually want to check the house, make sure, okay, this house is actually worth 300,000 pounds. So they run a lot of checks on their own once you've paid the fee, and they decide if the property is worth the mortgage you're applying for. Once they're happy with this, they start processing your mortgage. Now let's go back to your solicitor. So your solicitor has done all your search and they're happy with everything. They're happy that your property is good. If you have lifetime ISA, they apply for your what's it called, the 25% government bonus. If not, you start transferring your deposit to them, because most times you'll have to pay your deposit through your solicitor. You have to pay your landlord or developer, whoever you're buying the house from, through your solicitor. So once you transfer all your deposits and everything, by that time your mortgage and everything should be ready through your financial advisor, and that way you can do your exchange of contract, which is like literally the last bit that you do. So once your money is ready, your solicitor sends it to your developer transfers the deed of the house to you, and also you get your mortgage and everything, and it's sent also to your developer, which is, you know, your deposit plus your mortgage makes up the full amount of the house, and you exchange your contract and you get the deed of your property and you own your own. So the truth is that the process is much more complex than what I have said, but I've literally just summarized it so that it makes it so much easier for you and you don't find it too overwhelming. Now, like I said earlier, having a financial advisor, there are some extra bits they can do for you. I mean, I remember when I did mine, they actually helped with like house insurance, you know, so many other little bits. So, you know, just speak to them. I have like a consultation session with them and let them tell you, you know, what services they offer. And most times you don't have to pay, like I said. Your solicitor will sort out all the other bits about, you know, the documents of your house and everything, you know, all those little bits. But those two officials are very important in your process to buying a house. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I really did try to make it as simple as possible and just, you know, shared how I did mine and the process that helped. Now the thing is, you might have like a different process on hand, I don't know, but I'm just really sharing with you what I did that helped. If you guys have any questions, you know how we do it. Pop it in the comment section box and I'll be happy to reply you. I mean, like I said, I am not a real estate expert, but as much as I can, I'll be able to help, you know, make your process a lot smoother. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you think this video is going to be useful to friends and family, don't forget to share with them. Give this video a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Guys, please subscribe. Yeah. Let me you guys have to subscribe to my channel, because if you want to keep getting the, you know, this interesting and useful content and updates, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Okay, all right, so I'll see you guys in another video. Thank you and bye bye.